First of all, I just want to thank you all for coming. As you see, and you know, there were more children here before. And see, it's the parents' responsibility to encourage their children to do right. So you took the first step in showing how serious you are about your children by being here. And God honors that, and so do we. And we thank you. Let's give these parents a hand. Thank you for that. And we want to talk about living the Christian life. A lot of times people say they're a Christian, but they don't walk the walk. You talk the talk, you walk the walk. And you want to learn to live the life. The Bible is more than a bunch of pages. It's some good sayings that we read and we say, oh, that's good, and we don't do. It's something that you actually have to live out. You have to do the action to go along with it. You have to practice it, and it has to be practiced daily. We practice it in our heads, we practice it in our hearts, and then we practice the actions that happen. A lot of times when people say, I'm a Christian, and they do something that the Bible tells them not to, they say, well, nobody's perfect. It gives them a way out. But if you think about it, the Bible tells us to be perfect. We tell our children when they're doing sports or other things that practice makes perfect. So how come we don't apply that same thing to our Christian lives? Practice makes perfect. Now, I was looking at some things, some examples of people who have done perfect. Now, there are 23 pitchers in the National Baseball League that have pitched a perfect game. And a perfect game consists of striking out every player that steps to the bat. That player does not make it to the base. That is a perfect game. And there are 27 chances to do that. Now, there are 23 of them, so it's not impossible to pitch a perfect game. Kenny Rogers is an example, and in 1994, against Texas and California, he pitched a perfect game. He was only 29 years old. And then we have gymnast Nadia Comaneci, where she scored a perfect 10 in 1976, and she went on to score 7 perfect 10s in her career. Mary Lou Retton in 1984 scored a perfect 10. They had flawless performances. We go to concerts where the band plays and they don't mess up at all. We go to plays where they say every word perfectly and they don't mess up at all. People have piano recitals, dance recitals where they do it perfectly with a flawless performance. So it is possible to be perfect. And the way they achieve that perfection is practice. So the way we achieve our perfection in our Christian walk is through practice. Through practice. So instead of saying nobody's perfect, we say I am moving towards perfection. And if I do make a mistake, I dust off and get back up again, and I don't make that same mistake, so that I can move towards perfection. And with that attitude, we change the way we think about things. Because we know that there's something better, and that's what we want to tell our kids. There is something better. I've had students, and I've known people in school through their entire 12 years, they've had perfect attendance. They've had straight A's. Not missed a single question on the test. Never been in trouble at all. So it's possible for our young people. And when we tell them this from an early age, we teach them how to do that Christian walk. It's so much easier to train up a child to do it the right way than to correct an adult once they've messed up their lives. And so we always want to tell them that we're trying to get you to do what it is that's supposed to be right so that you can make as few mistakes as possible in life, so that you can go through as few hardships as possible. So we want to train them. A good way to make your steps towards perfection is to pray, to fast, and to read the Word, and to live out that Word. So I just want to encourage you all, as you take the Christian walk, have a positive attitude towards it. Say, I'm going to get this right. Think it in your mind, believe it in your heart, and then your actions will start to follow. And then you'll see yourself moving towards perfection. Your children will see you moving towards perfection, and they will begin to move towards perfection. And you will have wonderful, responsible, caring children, God-fearing children who will be productive in this society, and more important, will make it to the kingdom of heaven. And I will pray for your strength, and you pray for mine. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Amen.